Have you figured out what your network marketing goals are? Do you have your priorities nailed down? And do you actually know some tricks and some tips that can actually change the way you do business? Well, my name is Karen Angeli from KarenAngeli.com. If you are coming in on the live, welcome. I'm super excited to have you. If you're coming in on the replay, do me a favor, drop me a replay in the comments and let me know where you're coming in from. I would love to connect with you. I would love to chat. Now, if you're coming in and you're like, hey, I don't have time to check this out right now, do me a favor, hit that save button wherever you are, okay? Hit that save button, and you can also go ahead and feel free to share this video as well, because it might help you later or it might help somebody now, all right? So go ahead and do one of those two things. And I really want to talk about I want to continue the conversation from yesterday, really, okay? I want to talk about those network marketing goals that you may have, and I want to talk about how you can actually achieve those goals, okay? And we talked a lot yesterday about how you could actually figure out what your top priorities were, okay? We talked about writing down what those goals were, figuring out what those top priorities were, and then going with it. Today, I really want to talk about narrowing it down even more and chunking out that goal so that it actually doesn't feel like this massive goal at the end of the day, okay? So let's talk about that, okay? So like I said yesterday, we had those top 5 highest priority goals, right? So we're going to sit down and we're going to figure out what's the monetary thing on each one of those, okay? So if you decided, hey, ultimately, I just need to have $3,000 a month in order to do whatever it may be, write that number down and then we'll figure out how you can actually reach that goal, okay? So let's talk about if say you had a top priority of replacing your floors in your house, right? That's a really good priority, right? Something that you're I want to get this done. I don't know when it's going to happen. I want to talk about what you can do to really chunk that down and figure out how to actually make that happen. Okay. So let's just say that replacing your kitchen floors is going to take $10,000. Okay. This is just a number I'm making up. I have no idea what it's really going to cost to do this. But I just want to kind of give us a number so that we know where to start. Okay. So we're going to take that number, that $10,000, and we're going to take our handy dandy calculator. Okay. And we're literally just going to go, okay, calculator. If we have $10,000 as our goal, we're going to divide the $10,000 by 365, okay? This is going to tell us how much money we need to make every single day in our business in order to reach that particular goal in a year, okay? And if you think about this, chunking down your priorities like this is going to help you actually feel like it's an attainable goal. Because so many times I talk to network marketers and they feel as though their goals are not attainable. One of the things that I hear most often when I talk to network marketers is that they want to figure out how to get themselves out of debt. Okay, so that's a really big one too. So say you're in $5,000 worth of debt. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, so 5,000 divided by 365. That means if we're in $5,000 worth of debt, we need to be paid $13 a day in our business in order to reach that goal in a year. Okay, so once we have figured out what the numbers are, then we can kind of move forward, right? We talked yesterday about the what and the where, right? So we're really focusing on the what and the where right now. We're going to start moving into the how, okay? Because the how is how you're going to actually get this $13 a day, right? This is actually how you're going to reach that $5,000 in a year goal, right? So we've got to chunk it down first. Once we've chunked it down like that, now it's time for us to sit down and ask ourselves, what is it that I need to do in order to help myself get in motion to reach that particular monetary goal? Okay. So like I said, the daily, if we're doing $5,000 in a year, the daily is about $13. Okay. We're also going to do the monthly. Okay. So 5,000 divided by, 12. Okay. So we need to be making, if we want to hit that $5,000 in a year goal, we need to be making $416 in a month. Okay. So once we've chunked it down, we talked yesterday about having that total clarity about where we're going and what's happening. Okay. Without that clarity, we're going to feel stuck in our business. Okay. So figure out what is the daily monetary goal, what is the weekly monetary goal, and then what is the monthly monetary goal, because this is actually going to help us figure out, now it's time to figure out the how. Okay. And I really want to go in depth into the how tomorrow, but I really wanted to emphasize this today because I want you to realize that once you've chunked it down, you can actually get to your goal a whole lot easier. A lot of times I look at my business in this way where I'm like, okay, well, how much money am I bringing in? Am I getting closer to the goal of what I'm looking to achieve? Right? I do this with any of my finances, honestly. So, but this is how you can kind of chunk down everything and just kind of figure out how to get faster to that goal and actually have a priority to finishing that goal. All right. Truly hope this was helpful. I hope it gave you some ideas as to what you can start doing in your business to start really figuring out what it is that you want, where you're going, and then now tomorrow we're going to move into the how of doing it. Okay, so don't miss tomorrow. And like I said at the beginning, if you know somebody that maybe they need some of this information, go ahead and hit that share button. Share it with somebody today because they might need it. All right, so hope it was helpful. I will see you next time.